part of the problem is that Pepco employs any number of foreign or outside the county people to come in and help them when they have one of these problems. We've had several of them. Our normal power during the day is at least 3 momentary outages, which requires us to go around and set everything in the house. They can't stay within the 10% for either frequency or voltage. And it's because the way they set it up, everything is almost in series rather than parallel. So if they adjust any feed coming into our development, then we'll get as much as 265 volts instead of 208. Now, when they employ these foreign teams, they have nobody in those teams that can access any of Pepco's drawings. They don't have any online system. If they have anything, they will have a 4-foot sheet that's a stick figure. If you were trying to report to the police somebody's description and you gave them a stick figure, he'd probably shoot you. So here, the foreign teams must stand around and wait until a Pepco employee shows up with the proper equipment to try to define where the problem is underground. And that's 6 to 9 hours of 5 or 6 trucks and 36 people. That's insane, but it's our money they're spending. Pepco has no program for controlling the underground installations. So they hire a subcontractor, or when I built my house, I hired a subcontractor. He digs a trench. Pepco has no requirement for it to put in conduit. They can put in a ground line that's made out of aluminum. Everything in Laytonsville is highly acidic, so we have major problems in that area. Pepco has no program to look at stuff by its age and try to figure out where there are likely bad spots. They just don't even keep track of the age of anything. Most of the stuff that's installed in our development was installed in the late 60s, and it has a 20-year life cycle. That was over in 1990, and we're still living with it. Finally, the last complaint that I have is the Public Service Commission, because they are not in any way qualified to hold Pepco accountable. It's been our experience over the last 15 or 20 years that when we go to them, Pepco can tell them any ridiculous solution they want, and they just pass it on to us. But they have no grasshoppers on their sleeve. So I think you got to look at these things very seriously.